Hi everyone, MovieManCHAD here, Cousin Rich. We're going to strap in for another movie review together today. We have an early film movie review.
Absolutely.
Of a comedy called Trainwreck. The film is directed by Judd Apatow, and it's written and it's starring Amy Schumer, the comedian. Came out in the world a few years ago. First time I ever saw her was when she was doing some roasts for Charlie Sheen and Roseanne. And she's blown up. She has her own TV show, and now she's making she's been in some features before, but this is her starring feature role. And the film, as I said before, is directed by Judd Apatow, who gave us 40-Year-Old Virgin, Knocked Up, Funny People, and This Is 40. So this is his new movie that he actually didn't write. So I was really excited to see this film because Judd Apatow, as much as I like a lot of his films, sometimes when he writes, he just seems like his movies go on for almost 3 hours. So luckily, this was a 2-hour movie written by Amy Schumer. I like Amy Schumer, but it wasn't written by Judd Apatow. Cousin Rich, how did you feel about the movie?
Absolutely got to say that for a comeback from the makers of Bridesmaids.
He's the producer of the Bridesmaids,
Yeah,
that's why.
So, yeah, and I mean, it was awesome. I highly recommend it. I'm not going to be able to stop saying that it wasn't a great show. There was John Cena. There was Hader in it, who's the
Bill Hader.
Bill Hader's the main actor. And then LeBron James. I mean, we all love him for his, his game in basketball, but he's had little cameos here and there. But this by far was probably his best cameo, and
it wasn't really a cameo. Actually, he's played himself, but he actually had a big part in the film.
Yeah, it was a lot more than a cameo. I can say this is probably like his first, I guess you could say, breakthrough movie, and it made me really love the guy more. Like, I mean, as far as it made him a lot more personable, and obviously, all you ever see of him is really just like the locker room talk after the games or something like that. And I really thought that this was a movie where I was expecting kind of the scenario that happened, but all the supporting actors that came together, like John Cena was absolutely hilarious in the beginning. You guys are gonna love it. The other movies he's done, not such a super fan of it. I think he does great in this role as far as like comedy, and I have to say overall, I was really happy. I couldn't stop laughing. Like, I was laughing like the annoying laugh that you have, like that aunt or your mom, or maybe it's your sister or something like that, where you laugh so hard that everybody looks at you. It's like, was that real? That was the kind of laughing I was doing, because it was like hurting so hard. Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, for me, the film, I was a little worried about it just because I'm not the biggest Amy Schumer fan, if that's how you pronounce it. I like her show Inside, but sometimes she comes off as conceited, she just feels a little like she's full of herself and like making fun or being mean-spirited to other people. Just that's some of her comedy. That's what it comes off to me. But and that's part of the film, of course, because it's Amy Schumer's writing this story. So I like the idea that she kind of brought up in this horrible situation where her father gets divorced from her mother, and she has a sister who's played by Brie Larson. Love Brie Larson, and so glad to see her in this movie. But she's been kind of brought up the fact that marriage is overrated. You should just sleep with many people as you can. What is it? Monogamy is not real or something. And with her father, it's in the trailer. I can't remember what he said.
Making him repeat it the whole time.
Yeah, making him repeat something about monogamy is not real or unreal or it's impossible or something. So her sister has this husband and a stepchild, and so she kind of has a perfect life where she's kind of messed up and dealing with these things and really can't accept real love. So I felt like when she gets with Bill Hader, the movie really started to develop itself. Some of the side characters I liked, some of them I didn't. Tilda Swinton's just she was great at being very unlikable, but I just hated her character and I wanted her to go away. Ezra Miller, who plays this kid that's kind of attracted to her, works with her. There's some weird stuff that happens between them near the end of the film. I don't want to spoil anything in this review that I felt was like really out of place, and that was just, his performance was, at first he was okay, but then when that scene happened, it was just like, this just is very awkward, and it didn't work. But I like the relationship she had. Amy Schumer's character has with Colin Quinn, who plays her father, Brie Larson plays her sister, Bill Hader plays her love interest. And I liked her personality somewhat. You know, there's some times where she does come off as conceited, or like she's making fun, or like, you know, of the things that are around her. Like she's better than the things that are around her. But then there's other times where she used these facial expressions throughout the film that was like added a lot of character to her. And those are the scenes I really laughed the most at, because it was like, I love the weird faces that she's making. You know, the story is pretty cut and dry. You know, a girl is very promiscuous, and then meets a boy of her dreams and decides maybe she should change some things because the boy really cares about her. So, you know, it's cut and dry. You know, the plot is pretty predictable at times. It's kind of your formulaic rom-com plot. But I like how it does infuse some of the raunchy comedy that didn't feel as crude as some of the other that I felt it was as crude as some of the other Judd Apatow movies that are from the past.
Well, what about when the tent was being pitched?
Tent was being pitched. What tent? I forget. What are you talking about? I don't remember that.
What?
Yeah, there's some. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's an R-rated comedy. It's an R-rated comedy. Yes. So you want some crude stuff, but it didn't feel gross, or it didn't feel gross out. It wasn't that gross out, and as much as it could have been. Yeah. I'm trying to think of some other things that I liked.
I was kind of a little bit like bummed out for as raunchy of a comedy as it was when she was having the sleeping scene with John Cena. She still had her panties on.
That was.
I was kind of disappointed.
Well, it is a movie. It is. It's not. Suspending disbelief. That was some funny stuff, though. That sex scene was pretty funny.
It was
between
hilarious.
John Cena's funny. LeBron, I'll agree with you. LeBron James never really liked basketball or cared about basketball. He's funny in the film. Actually, here's the thing. Amy Schumer's the star, and Bill Hader's great, but the relationship I liked the most in this film was LeBron James and Bill Hader. I really liked their chemistry that happened between them. You know, the movie, I will say, is extremely uneven when it mixes in this drama sometimes that doesn't work, and then it works, and then the comedy sometimes that works and then doesn't work. But when it really balanced out the drama, there's a scene, some tragic stuff that happens in the film, and I felt like some of that worked, some of that didn't. You know, it felt a little forced. But overall, even though the film is uneven with its comedy and drama, I felt like it really worked when the comedy and drama melted very well together. Yeah. And I really enjoyed this film. I really liked it. I can't say I loved it, but I really liked it. Anything else you want to say before we leave?
I just want to say that she's definitely a great actress, and I'm looking forward to seeing more movies with her. And at the same time, I really kind of hope it comes down to you know, that they use a lot of the same characters again. Like, you know how some comedians, like for instance Adam Sandler has his own crew. I really hope like these guys all worked really well together. I mean, honestly, like this movie is going to make everybody laugh a lot, and you're just going to kind of hope, I think at the end you're going to walk away and you're going to kind of go, I really hope that these people can come together again, because there was such great chemistry, like what we were saying, where it's kind of like there's not a lot of movies out there, I think, where you can say that the supporting cast, sometimes you go, I really liked even their relationships and their interactions better than I liked it with the main character. And Amy Schumer, she's great by herself, but the supporting cast around her was really... Schumer. Sorry.
It's funny, it's fine, yeah.
So,
I have one more thing I want to mention, then we'll go. The kid that plays the stepson of Brie Larson's character... I liked him a lot, and I wish he was in the movie more.
I think he's going to be.
Yeah, but I wanted his character. I don't know if the kid's going to act again, but his character, I liked him. And I like that family dynamic between the three of them, you know, Brie Larson's family. So, I mean, I think characters have some great chemistry. I don't think it's a perfect film by any means, or a perfect great comedy, but it's a film that, if it was $5 or $10 at
I think Amy
on Blu-ray, I'd buy it.
I think Amy Schumer is a real girl. I'm going to tell you guys, like, I'm not like saying like that she used to be a boy and now she's a girl or whatever. She's a real girl in the sense
it's like
of
Girl Next Door kind of thing, almost a little bit.
Man, like, I don't know. I got to say, like, the personality she has in this movie is definitely reminds me of a lot of chicks I've dated. And I just say that because, like, the way she talks and the way that she acts, and it's funny because for guys in this movie, and I think we're starting to see a reversal of that in movies, where in this movie, really what you're seeing is you're seeing a woman who is like flipping sides with guys. And what we mean by that is we know as guys, most of the time it's like we're asking the chick to go home after we're done, you know, because like obviously we have other women that are going to be texting us that night, and we can't have them watching us while we're waiting for those texts.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
You know what I'm saying, right? So basically, this is Amy Schumer flipping the dime on us guys and letting us see what we would be like if we had a chick that kind of ruled our world in a way to where we became their bitches. And so it's kind of funny, actually, you know, because it really gives you that insight. I loved the movie a lot, and I know that there's going to be more tendencies to see movies where you see the role reversal come on, where we see more of a dominating female and a less dominating guy. And I'm all for, like, I'm very happy with my sexuality. I'm a heterosexual male, and I love watching a woman be dominant. But at the same time, it's really funny.
I'm so glad you made that clear.
I'm very happy to see a movie where we get to see what it is from a girl's perspective, writing a comedy show and acting like, hey, let's flip the dime on the guys and let them see what they act like to us.
And your rating of the film?
I definitely give it a 4 out of 4 fingers right here.
But you have 5 fingers, though.
Well, no, I have 4 fingers and a thumb. The thumb you have to have, it has to be like a trilogy or better, like Harry Potter.
Okay.
So, but that was a 4 out of 5 on my fingers right there.
And this review is over, and I'm going to give Trainwreck, the new film directed by Judd Apatow and written and starred by Amy Schumer. I'm so glad that Judd Apatow let somebody else write something for him, and I'd like to see more of that. And for that, I'm going to give Trainwreck solid 3 stars out of 4.
Really?
3 stars. Yeah, I didn't think it was a great comedy. I thought it was funny, but not great.
I couldn't stop laughing. No.
All right, everyone, comment box below. Have you seen Trainwreck? Comes out next week, July 17th. Comment box below. What is your favorite Judd Apatow movie? And that's all I got to say about this. So, Cousin Rich, Movie Man Chad, peace be with you. Want to say anything else?
I'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye, Dios.
Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and share this video. And also, please check out these amazing movie websites. And if you enjoyed this review, please click here to subscribe to my channel, and also please check out all my recent reviews right here on YouTube. Have a great day, live film, find peace, happiness, and harmony in anything and everything you do, and I'll talk to you at my next movie review.